Hello there, and welcome to this quiet moment at the end of the day. Somewhere above you, a photon that began its journey long before your life began is reaching your skin tonight. Light that wandered for millions of years can still feel gentle when it arrives. Your shoulders settle, your breath loosens, you breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And in this calm space, you've allowed yourself to enter. The story of light begins to open, slow and warm. We settle into this quiet night, letting the last edges of the day soften. The air rests against our skin like a warm, low tide. Far above us, light continues its patient travel, moving through a universe that rarely hurries. For a moment, we drift beneath that endless glow, feeling how small movements in the body mimic the slow waves in the sky. Light has always been here, long before breath, long before memory, long before planets found their shape. It moves at nearly 299,792 kilometers each second. Yet somehow, it feels like the gentlest companion. The strange thing about its speed is that it never changes for anyone. Stars rushing at unimaginable velocities still meet light that refuses to shift its pace. Galaxies swirling across millions of light years still bow to this constant rhythm. Somewhere inside that constancy, we find a familiar quiet. We drift with it now, closer to the surface of its silence than ever before. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When light leaves a star, it begins a journey through stretches of space, so empty they echo with possibility. The vacuum holds almost nothing, just the faint frost of particles separated by kilometers, waiting for a single photon to pass. It's okay to drift. A photon crosses that emptiness without age, without weight, without any desire to rush. Its speed only seems fast because space is vast enough to make everything else slow by comparison. In truth, its path is more like a quiet slide across a lake at dawn. Smooth, unbroken, waiting for no one. Light's strange speed is woven into the fabric of the universe, as if space-time itself secretly guides every step it takes. The moment light appears from a star, from a flame, from the soft surface of your screen, the universe whispers the same rule. Move like this, and no faster. You can rest now. In the earliest moments after the Big Bang, light couldn't travel freely. The young universe was thick and hot, like a fog of energy and charged particles. Photons tried to move, but they were caught and scattered, bounced and delayed, their paths tangled in the density of creation. Then, after about 380,000 years, everything cooled just enough for light to slip free. That first free light became the cosmic microwave background, a gentle afterglow still drifting through the universe today. It hums at about 2.7 Kelvin, just above absolute zero, a quiet, ancient warmth carried across the cosmos. Somewhere, light continues to travel. We imagine that first glow now, moving through space like the low breath of the universe itself. It spreads in all directions, touching galaxies that formed billions of years later, touching us now, as softly as a falling thought. It's okay to drift. Light doesn't simply move, it folds itself into the stories of stars. When a star burns, hydrogen fuses into helium, releasing energy that rises from the core in a shimmering tide. That energy becomes photons, and those photons begin a journey outward. Inside the star, it's slow, unimaginably slow. A photon may take tens of thousands of years to escape from the dense stellar interior, bounced and scattered like a whisper lost in a crowded room. Only after that long wandering does it finally reach the surface and leap into open space at its unchanging speed. We rest with that image light waiting patiently inside a star for thousands of years before finding freedom. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even when light crosses something familiar, like the air around you, its speed shifts just a little. Through air, it travels about 0.03% slower than in a vacuum. Through water, it slows to roughly 3/4 of its usual pace. Through glass, it eases even further, but slowing doesn't tire it. Light never strains, never pushes. It simply adapts, flowing like a soft ribbon through whatever awaits. You can rest now. When a beam of light enters water and its speed shifts, it bends a gentle bow called refraction. That simple bending makes rainbows rise in the air after storms, makes straws look crooked in glasses, makes starlight shimmer at the horizon. All of this happens because light listens to the texture of the world. Imagine that the fastest thing in existence pausing slightly when it touches something cool and fluid. This tiny hesitation creates beauty everywhere. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Light also stretches when the universe expands. A photon sent out billions of years ago might arrive today, with its wavelength pulled long, its color softened, its energy slightly faded, yet it still arrives, refusing to lose its way. This soft drift through expanding space is why distant galaxies glow redder. It's called redshift, a gentle stretching of the fabric of light as the universe grows. It's okay to drift. We rest inside that picture. A universe expanding quietly, light drifting across it with endless patience. Earth spins beneath that glow, carrying oceans, forests, cities, and quiet rooms like this one, where someone listens with closing eyes. Light reaches us after crossing millions or billions of kilometers, and when it arrives, it behaves as though it has been here all along. No rush, no urgency, just presence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every moment you look at the night sky, you're seeing ancient stories delivered by light that traveled longer than any memory. A star 100 light years away shows you light that left when human civilizations were just beginning to form traditions. A star 1,000 light years away sent its light before entire mountain ranges eroded. You can rest now. Light does not age as we do. For a photon, time does not pass. Its journey across 1 billion years feels like no time at all. This is one of the quiet mysteries of relativity. The faster something moves, the slower time flows for it. At the speed of light, time becomes still, as if existence pauses and becomes only motion. We drift with that idea, not to analyze it, but to feel its soft edges, a particle that carries no weight, riding a universe that never stops expanding. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Sometimes, when light grazes something massive, a star, a galaxy, or the intense pull of a black hole, its path bends. Gravity curves the space around these objects, and light follows the curve like water flowing along a gentle hollow. This bending is called gravitational lensing. It's okay to drift. Thanks to that bending, we see galaxies duplicated in the sky, stretched into arcs, or formed into rings of faint blue. Light becomes an artist, painting the universe in shapes that would otherwise remain hidden. We picture those arcs now, faint strokes of brightness drawn across the darkness with impossible grace. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light has no mass, yet it carries energy and momentum. It pushes gently on dust grains in space, nudging them into slow spirals that help form planets and comets. Even here on Earth, sunlight creates pressure, a tiny, constant push called radiation pressure. This pressure is small, but across millions of years, it shapes everything it touches. Light, in its endless gentleness, helps sculpt the universe. You can rest now. We return to the quiet room where you lie, feeling the softness of the pillow, the slow warmth of the blanket, the easy rise and fall of breath. Light still moves outside your window, streetlights glowing dimly, starlight brushing the atmosphere, the faint lunar reflection settling like cool silver onto rooftops. All of it feels distant, yet somehow close. Light travels so far, only to arrive gently. Somewhere, light continues to travel. And in this moment, we travel with it, without effort, without weight, without needing to understand everything. The universe moves at its own pace, and we move at ours. Slow, quiet, resting in the glow of light's strange speed. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As part 2 begins to unfold, it moves without weight, without sound, without ever slowing. A single photon drifts across the dark, carrying a story older than the world beneath our feet. Its journey begins in a star's bright heart, but where it leads stretches far beyond what the star itself will ever see. It's okay to drift. Across the quiet of space, the photon slips into the deep vacuum, a place so empty that two atoms may float meters apart, a place where silence has space to spread into every direction. The temperature hovers near absolute zero, just above 273 degrees Celsius, and the darkness feels ancient, unbothered by time. You can rest now. The photon glides through this emptiness at a constant speed, 299,792 kilometers each second. Yet, in the vastness of space, even such a speed feels calm, like a soft current in a cosmic lake. Distance stretches so far that motion becomes stillness in the mind of the one who listens. As the photon travels, space itself expands beneath it. Galaxies separate, clusters drift apart, and the very fabric of space-time breathes outward in slow, even motions. The photon doesn't fight this. It simply stretches with the universe. Its wavelength pulled a little longer, its energy softened by the quiet widening of everything. Somewhere, light continues to travel. This gentle stretching is what we call redshift, a cosmic sigh embedded in the color of light. When galaxies billions of light years away send their glow toward us, that glow arrives redder, smoother, as though softened by the distance it drifted through. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The deeper the photon moves, the more ancient it becomes. It may pass the faint blue streams of distant galaxy clusters, or weave along the gravity wells of massive halos of dark matter that shape the invisible architecture of space. Gravity bends its path so gently that the photon barely notices. Yet to us, that bending becomes a painting arcs of distorted galaxies, rings of faint starlight, patterns carved by the pull of mass. It's okay to drift. Eventually, the photon approaches something less empty, something textured, a thin cloud of interstellar gas. This cloud stretches for light years, made of atoms, spaced farther apart than the width of a human breath. The photon slips inside and meets these particles one by one, not stopping, but scattering, as if brushing against soft grains of dust floating in the air. Every scatter tilts its direction a little, adding a shimmer to the starlight we see from afar. A faint twinkle, a tiny fluctuation, born from a photon, navigating the delicate imperfections of a cloud that formed long before our world. You can rest now. If the photon meets a dust grain, it may be absorbed for a moment, lost, hidden, quiet. But then, the grain warms ever so slightly and releases new light, sending a fresh photon slipping back into the dark. In this way, starlight is reborn over and over, carried through the galaxy like a whisper passed from one memory to the next. The photon's drift brings it eventually to the soft glow of a nebula, a cradle of forming stars. Here, the gas is denser, the dust thicker, and light moves in ways that blend science with dream. As it passes through the nebula's delicate folds, its colors dance blue scattered into mist, red allowed to drift farther, shaping clouds we photograph as though they were cosmic paintings. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Beyond the nebula, the photon enters open space again, a quiet sanctuary where it can stretch its wavelength once more. The universe around it moves on geologic timescales, expanding, cooling, becoming more still with every eon. In that stillness, the photon remains a constant thread, connecting distant ages to the moment someone opens their eyes to the night. It's okay to drift. As the photon approaches a planet, any planet, its path begins to change. If the world has an atmosphere, the photon meets molecules of nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor. Some photons scatter, especially the short blue ones, which is why skies appear bright during the day. Others pass through more gently, reddening the sunrise, softening the sunset, painting the sky in hues shaped by distance and air. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Through atmosphere, light slows a little, not because it loses energy, but because it interacts with the matter it passes through, absorbed and re-emitted in an endless microscopic dance. In water, it slows further, moving at about 3/4 of its speed in a vacuum. In glass, it travels slower still, bending as it enters, bending again as it leaves, a quiet bow in response to the structure of the world. You can rest now. Refraction, this bending of light, shapes the world in subtle ways. It forms rainbows after rain, halos around the moon, the shimmer of heat on summer roads, and the sparkle of light through crystal. Every shift is the result of the photon discovering a new texture beneath its path. In water, refraction becomes even more beautiful. Beneath a lake's surface, photons scatter into dancing ribbons, their paths disturbed by ripples, currents, and shadows. We watch this dance from shores and boats and riverbanks, though we rarely think about the speed that makes it all possible. Somewhere, light continues to travel. When photons enter ice crystals in the atmosphere, their paths split, recombine, and spread, creating sundogs that hover like soft lanterns beside the sunday. At night, moon halos form faint rings of cold silver that wrap the moon in a quiet crown. These sights, gentle as breath, exist only because light listens to the shape of the world it passes through. Deep within the human eye, the photon meets the retina and ends its long journey. Rod cells capture faint light with extraordinary sensitivity, while cone cells decode color reds, blues, greens, building the images that define our waking experience. Each photon, absorbed, becomes a small electrical whisper sent to the brain, a message carried across neurons that tells us the world is here. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. A photon that left its star 1,000 years ago may end its life against the surface of your eye, adding one more thread to the tapestry of vision. Another photon may have drifted for 10 billion years before touching a grain of desert sand, warming it by an immeasurable fraction of a degree. Light arrives gently, no matter how far it travels. You can rest now, but not all photons reach such calm destinations. Some are drawn toward the immense gravity of massive stars or the cold, intense pull of a black hole. As they approach, space itself curves beneath them, bending their paths into graceful arcs. Sometimes, if the angle is just right, a photon will orbit a black hole in a fragile ring called the photon sphere. It circles at nearly the speed of light in a dance that lasts only a moment before it escapes or falls inward. Somewhere, light continues to travel, and some photons do fall inward, drawn past the event horizon, into a region where escape is impossible. Their journey ends there, not with a crash or a spark, but with silence. Even in that ending, light teaches us something. Gravity shapes everything, and even the fastest traveler must eventually bow to the curvature of space-time. It's okay to drift, yet most photons never meet such extremes. Most simply wander, crossing the quiet of space, brushing past dust, passing through air, touching surfaces, entering eyes, and warming the world in ways too small to feel, but too constant to ignore. Light holds the memory of the universe, carrying across billions of kilometers the gentle truth that everything expands, everything cools, everything settles into the slow breath of time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The photon's drift continues, long after stars fade and galaxies dim. For tonight, we drift beside it, quiet, warm, resting inside a universe that glows with the soft persistence of light's strange and steady speed. You can rest now. As part 3 begins to rise like a slow dawn within the dark, it drifts into a quieter realm now, a place where light reveals its hidden shapes, its soft rhythms, its ways of moving through the silent fabric of everything. The universe grows calmer here, and the mind follows. It's okay to drift. Light begins to unfurl itself, not as color or warmth, but as a wave, a gentle trembling through the electromagnetic field, spreading outward like ripples on a perfectly still pond. Its wavelength stretches or shortens depending on the energy it carries, from long, whispering radio waves to short, shimmering bursts of gamma light. Every wavelength is a quiet tone, a frequency humming through space. The longest waves can be kilometers wide, sweeping slowly, as if the universe is humming in a low, near-silent voice. You are safe here. Shorter waves quiver faintly, vibrating billions of times each second, singing in pitches our ears will never hear, but our eyes can translate into blues and violets. Light becomes its own kind of music, a spectrum of soft, unseen notes, vibrating through a cosmos that rarely raises its voice. Somewhere, light continues to travel. When we think of waves, we imagine water lifting and falling, or sound drifting through a quiet room. But the waves of light need no medium. They ripple through the vacuum itself, carried by the structure of space-time, as if the universe holds its breath and lets the photon glide across a surface that is everywhere and nowhere at once. As the photon moves, its wave-like nature stretches outward, filling the dark with a soft, expanding presence that passes through everything but disturbs nothing. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. We picture the wave now long and slow, or short and quick, but always smooth, always soundless. Every wave carries a hint of the star it came from, a memory of the energy that created it, a whisper that remains unbroken across light years of silence. You can rest now. Then the wave folds inward and becomes something else. A particle, a single point of brightness, a quantum of energy, a quiet unit of light that behaves as though it can choose when to arrive, when to be found, when to leave no trace at all. The photon exists in both states, wave and particle, not switching between them, but holding both truths at once. It is spread out and singular, gentle and precise, everywhere and somewhere in the same breath. In the particle view, light becomes a rain of quiet sparks, falling through the dark in ways too soft for human senses to notice. Each photon has no mass, yet it carries momentum, pushing faintly on dust, on gas, on leaves, on the surface of your skin when sunlight brushes across it. This momentum builds winds in space, solar winds driven by light pressure that sweep dust away from stars and sculpt the long, shining tails of comets. Light moves lightly, yet it moves worlds. You are safe here. Sometimes a photon strikes an atom and kicks loose an electron, a process called the photoelectric effect. This gentle exchange helped humans understand the quantum nature of the universe, showing that light doesn't simply fill space. It arrives in packets, in moments of energy that spark and vanish. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every photon absorbed changes the world in some tiny way. It warms a grain of sand by a fraction of a degree. It triggers a molecule in a leaf to begin the long, ancient dance of photosynthesis. It enters the human eye and becomes vision. One photon, one moment, one quiet shift in the vastness of existence. Somewhere, light continues to travel. As light journeys onward, another shape of movement appears, a deeper, quieter geometry. Light doesn't simply travel through space. It follows the curves and folds of space-time itself. Where mass gathers, space warps. Where space warps, light bends. This bending is not force, not pressure, not resistance. It is simply the photon following the straightest possible path through a universe that is not quite straight. Like a bead sliding along a curved wire, light glides effortlessly wherever gravity shapes the way ahead. You can rest now. Massive objects, stars, galaxies, clusters of galaxies, curve the fabric of space-time like gentle dimples pressed into a sheet. Light flows along those curves, its path bending softly into arcs that reveal the hidden structure of the cosmos. It's okay to drift. When light bends around a massive object that lies between us and something more distant, we see the distant object stretched into rings or crescents, etchings drawn by gravity's silent hand. Astronomers call this gravitational lensing, but in the quiet of night, it feels more like the universe holding up a mirror to let us see deeper into itself. You are safe here. The photon may pass near the edge of a black hole, where space-time curves so strongly that even the wavefront of light twists into elegant spirals. Some photons skim the event horizon, sliding along the boundary of darkness before escaping back into open space. Others are captured, folded into the black hole's invisible shape, their journeys ending in a silence beyond all imagining. Somewhere, light continues to travel, yet most photons drift farther, following gentle curves through calmer regions of space. They cross glowing filaments of intergalactic gas, trace the outlines of cosmic webs, and glide through voids so empty they feel like meditative pauses in the structure of everything. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light listens to these shapes, to every tilt and curve, adjusting not with struggle, but with ease, flowing where space-time tells it to flow, gliding exactly as the universe asks. You can rest now. As the photon drifts, its wave nature spreads, its particle nature stays precise, its geometric path stays true. 3 stories, 1 traveler, 3 ways of seeing, 1 quiet movement across immeasurable distances. It's okay to drift. Sometimes the photon travels through interstellar dust, and the wavefront scatters in complex, beautiful patterns. Sometimes it passes nearby, a star, and its path bends just enough to shift its color by a hair's breadth. Sometimes it tunnels through regions where classical physics would say it should not pass, yet it does, moving with the effortless certainty of something woven into the rules of existence. You are safe here. Wave, particle, geometry. 3 aspects, each a soft door into the deeper quiet of the cosmos. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Light as a wave reminds us of rhythm, the gentle oscillation of breath, the pulse of a resting heart, the slow drift of thought as the mind softens towards sleep. Light as a particle reminds us of presence, individual moments of brightness, small sparks that drift into awareness, then fade back into stillness. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light as geometry reminds us that everything moves within something larger, a framework shaped by time, gravity, and the gentle curves of existence. You can rest now. As the photon continues its journey, its wavefront spreads into the silence, its particle flicker stays steady, and its geometric path carries it down the quiet lines of space-time. It drifts without hurry, touching nothing, yet connecting all things. It's okay to drift. This is the quiet geometry of light, a design made not of edges or corners, but of movement, rhythm, and endless patience. A map of the universe drawn in silence, a story that unfolds one soft vibration at a time. You are safe here. Light travels on, and we drift with it, letting the mind loosen into the slow expanse that opens between thoughts. Somewhere in that expanse, a new chapter of its journey begins to glow. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As part 4 begins to rise, warm, slow, and welcoming, it drifts onward, carrying something subtle, something ancient, something like memory woven into the quiet shimmer of itself. You are safe here. Light always remembers where it came from. Not in the way we hold memories, not as stories, not as images, but as a signature of energy, a trace of the environment that created it. Every photon is born with the imprint of its source, and it holds that imprint for billions of years. A photon created in a star's core keeps the energy of that furnace, even after it travels across galaxies. A photon released by the cooling of the early universe still whispers the temperature of that first quiet dawn. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This is why telescopes built on mountain peaks and in orbit can read the history of everything, not by touching the past, but by welcoming its light. Each faint signal that falls into a detector is a messenger from a time that no longer exists. It's okay to drift. Some light carries the memory of motion. When a galaxy races away from us at hundreds of thousands of kilometers per second, its light stretches, reddens, softens. That redshift is a record, a gentle imprint of expansion, a memory written into wavelength like the slow lowering of a cosmic voice. Some light carries the memory of heat. Objects near absolute zero still radiate the faintest glow, a soft infrared whisper that reveals their temperature with exquisite gentleness. You are safe here. Some light carries the memory of structure. The patterns etched across the cosmic microwave background show the earliest ripples in matter, tiny fluctuations only a few 100,000 years after creation began. Those fluctuations grew into galaxies, into clusters, into the large-scale web of the cosmos. They are the fingerprints of the universe's first breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light does not forget these patterns. It simply carries them forward, again and again, through expanding space, until they reach a world that learned how to listen. It carries the memory of encounters too scattering in nebulae, absorbing into dust, re-emitting in warmer tones that speak of the grains that touched it. A single photon may be absorbed and reborn countless times, each moment adding a new layer to its quiet story. It's okay to drift. Even when light meets the cold clarity of interstellar space, it holds the memory of the darkness itself. Space cools it, stretches it, pulls its wavelength longer as ages pass. This cooling is gentle, a slow sigh of the universe settling into its shape. You are safe here. As light approaches a world like ours, it passes through layers of air, molecules vibrating, colliding, shifting the light just enough to give sunsets their red glow and midday skies their soft blue. Those colors are memories of the atmosphere, traces of scattering that surround us every day, even when we forget to notice. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. At night, starlight carries the memory of distance. Sometimes it flickers because the atmosphere trembles slightly. Sometimes it glows steadily through a perfect corridor of still air. Sometimes it vanishes for a moment behind drifting ice crystals high above the ground. Each shift is a reminder of the layers of sky the light had to pass through. It's okay to drift. When light touches the surface of water, it remembers the ripples. Its reflection bends and stretches with every wave. When light brushes across glass, it remembers the thickness, the angle, the imperfections too small for us to see. When it moves through a crystal, it splits, shimmers, and carries that splitting into a rainbow drifting across a room. You are safe here. Every reflection, every refraction, every scattering becomes part of the photon's final moment. Even when the memory lasts only for a fraction of a second, the light carries it with exactness, a precise record of the world it touched. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When light enters the human eye, it shares its final memory. The photon meets a molecule of rhodopsin inside a rod cell, changing the molecule's shape in an instant. This tiny shift creates an electrical signal that travels along nerves into the visual cortex, where the memory of the photon becomes the memory of a moment. You can rest now. Every sight you have ever seen is the final whisper of a photon's long journey. Light that left a star before the first cities ever rose may be the reason you notice a glimmer in the sky tonight. Light from a lamp born in a filament or LED may create the soft glow across your room, settling onto your pillow, warming the quiet air near your face. It's okay to drift. Light moves on scales too vast to measure with thought alone, billion-year voyages shrinking into a single instant when a photon ends its life against your eye. A lifetime of travel resolved in a moment of seeing. You are safe here. Some photons carry memories older than Earth itself. Light from the earliest stars, the first generation, formed when the universe was young, still spills through telescopes as faint, stretched waves that tell of hydrogen's first fires. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Some photons carry memories from galaxies that collided hundreds of millions of years ago. Their glow reveals the turbulence of stars torn from spiral arms, drawn into long tidal streams that arc like ribbons through the darkness. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some photons carry memories from quasars, the bright hearts of galaxies with black holes consuming matter in luminous, curling streams. These photons come to us with high energy, their wavelengths shortened by fierce motion, their journey shaped by the enormous gravity that forged them. But when they arrive, they are gentle all the same. You can rest now. Every beam of light is a timeline, a sequence, a layered memory pressed flat into a single shimmer. Where it has been shapes what it is at the moment it touches us. It's okay to drift. Light carries the memory of distance from meters to kilometers, to the unimaginable spans of billions of light years. It carries the memory of time, of ages past, of transformations, of cosmic seasons drifting by in silence. You are safe here. Light carries the memory of change, the fading of stars, the birth of new suns, the expansion of the universe, the slow cooling of everything. All of that is woven into a single, delicate photon that drifts toward wherever it is seen or felt or absorbed. And even when light is absorbed, its memory is not lost. It becomes warmth. It becomes energy. It becomes part of the world in smaller and smaller forms until the memory disperses into the background noise of existence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light remembers, even as we forget. Light carries stories even when we sleep. Light moves with patience, even when our days feel hurried. You can rest now. Somewhere in the dark between galaxies, a photon still drifts soft, steady, holding the echo of the star that made it. And somewhere closer, a softer glow folds into your room, reminding you that the universe is always whispering in the language of light. It's okay to drift, as part 5 begins to form like a slow illumination within the night. It drifts through the widening dark, carrying something most would never expect, a quiet weight, a subtle push, a presence so soft that only the largest spans of time can reveal its influence. You are safe here. Light has no mass, yet it moves with momentum, as if it holds a ghost of weight without ever truly touching anything. Wherever it goes, it presses gently on dust, on gas, on thin strands of matter spread through the void. Its touch is faint, like a breeze so light it barely stirs a leaf. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Across millions of years, that faint push becomes shaping force. Dust grains drifting near a star feel this pressure and begin to spiral outward, drawn into slow, expanding paths. Comets developing long, luminous tails are sculpted by that same push, the sunlight lifting dust away in strands that glitter against the black. It's okay to drift. For planets close to their stars, radiation pressure warms the atmospheres, carries molecules upward, and slowly alters the chemistry of the skies. Some exoplanets, worlds hundreds of light years away, have tails of glowing gas stretched out behind them. Like comets the size of planets, their atmospheres pushed by relentless starlight into streams that trail across space. You can rest now. This push is tiny, barely a whisper of force. But over time, over distances too wide for imagination to hold, light becomes a sculptor of orbits, of rings, of drifting clouds. The Poynting-Robertson effect, a quiet drag caused by sunlight itself, slows dust particles and draws them inward toward a star, a gentle counter-motion to the outward pressure. You are safe here. Light pulls and pushes in a silent balance, a soft choreography that has been shaping planetary systems since long before Earth formed. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In the far regions of galaxies, light from countless stars creates a faint, persistent pressure on the gas between them. This diffuse glow, barely brighter than darkness, spreads through the interstellar medium in waves of low, steady influence. The gas feels it, shifts under it, rises into filaments, settles into clouds that someday may ignite into new stars. It's okay to drift. Star formation begins with gravity, but light has its say as well. The radiation from young, massive stars pushes nearby gas away, carving out bright cavities and nebulae, sweeping material into walls that glimmer in ultraviolet glow. Some of those walls collapse under their own weight and create new stars in a chain reaction that stretches for dozens of light years. You can rest now. Light becomes both sculptor and midwife, shaping the cradle and igniting what sleeps inside. Entire star clusters owe their birth to the soft but persistent pressure of nearby starlight. You are safe here, and on the smallest scales, smaller than dust, smaller than molecules, photons nudge electrons and atoms, lifting them into higher energy states, letting them fall back down and release new light in return. This endless cycle of excitation and release is woven into everything luminous, from the glow of nebulae to the faint bioluminescence in living oceans on Earth. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even here, even now, light touches your world with weight too small to feel warming skin, warming pillow, warming the air just above your chest as breath slows in the dark. It's okay to drift. Every lamp in your room casts a quiet pressure, pushing outward in all directions, in waves of photons that scatter on your walls and settle into stillness. Sunlight through your window in the day pushes on everything it touches, on the table, the curtains, the quiet dust suspended in air. You can rest now, and though you cannot feel it, the earth itself is nudged by the weightless pressure of sunlight. Its orbit around the sun carries a subtle adjustment caused by the constant outward push of light. Every planet, every moon, every comet feels this same quiet hand, a universal touch that never stops. You are safe here. Light can even sail ships. Solar sails, delicate films thinner than paper, unfold in the void like silver wings. Photons striking them transfer momentum, pushing gently and accelerating the craft without fuel, without sound, without ever touching them in the way we understand touching. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This silent weight may one day guide humanity to distant worlds, carrying vessels toward the nearest stars on beams of starlight and laser light, letting our future wander as naturally as photons drift now. It's okay to drift. It moves with a patience that feels older than motion itself. a quiet persistence woven into everything it touches. The silent weight of light is not force as we know it, but presence, a pressure too soft for skin to feel and too steady for thought to hold. You are safe here. In the emptiness between stars, light's momentum becomes a gentle tide, nudging the thin dust that drifts like cold smoke in the void. A single grain barely wider than a wavelength of light can be pushed into new orbits, new paths, new destinies by the faint insistence of photons that arrive one after another over millions of years. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This slow shaping creates lanes of emptiness near stars, clearing the surrounding space like quiet winds, familiar only to the cosmos. It's why some regions glow brighter, why others appear hollow. Light has brushed them clean grain by grain. Far from these stars, in the shadows of young planets, light helps sculpt rings, the fine halos of ice and dust that circle giant worlds. Every particle in those rings feels a small push, a whisper of momentum that shifts its orbit by a fraction too small to see in a lifetime. Yet, across ages, those whispers accumulate, and the rings become clearer, thinner, more precise. You can rest now. In nebulae, the silent weight of light carves caverns in the gas, vast bubbles tens of light years wide, their edges glowing where starlight meets matter. The gas is pushed outward slowly, soundlessly, forming walls that shine like curtains of color wrapped around the newborn stars inside. You are safe here. Those walls drift, collapse, and ignite again, and in this way, light helps guide the life cycle of stars. A pressure born of massless particles shapes the heaviest objects we know, guiding their birth, their radiance, their quiet fade. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even galaxies feel the influence. The brightest stars at their hearts bathe surrounding clouds in radiation so strong that entire regions are hollowed out, opening channels where gas flows freely into the wider disk. Light pushes, and matter yields, and the galaxy rearranges itself slowly, inevitably, quietly. It's okay to drift. On smaller scales, light's subtle momentum keeps atoms warm enough to share their electrons, to bond, to vibrate. Without photons constantly arriving, matter would sink toward absolute stillness, a silence too deep for molecules to form. For the chemistry of life to begin, you can rest now. Even inside your own body, light leaves tiny traces. Every photon absorbed as warmth gives a molecule a momentary push, setting off small oscillations that fade into the steady hum of your resting temperature. The warmth in the blanket on your skin, the faint glow behind your eyelids, the calm rising in your chest, all carry whispers of this soft momentum. You are safe here. In the oceans of Earth, light fuels drifting forests of microscopic life, phytoplankton rising towards sunlight each morning, guided by warmth that spreads through droplets smaller than dust. Sunlight pushes them upward, pulls them downward, shapes their movement with cycles as old as the planet. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Trees feel it too, leaves turning toward brightness, stems stretching in slow arcs as photons nudge the chemistry inside. Nothing happens quickly. Light acts with patience, with a force that takes days, weeks, years to show itself. It's okay to drift, and on the surface of the earth, light stirs the winds. As sunlight warms land and sea, air rises, currents shift, and global patterns take shape. The weather of an entire world responds to the quiet pressure of morning light. You can rest now, even in technology built by human hands. Light's weight guides precision. Lasers push atoms into neat rows of motion, cooling them to near absolute zero for experiments that measure time with unimaginable accuracy. Optical tweezers, beams of focused light, can hold a single particle in place, lifting it without touching, moving it without force. You are safe here. In observatories, light presses against mirrors with delicate consistency. The faint pressure of starlight on a massive telescope dish is real, measurable, and constant, a reminder that photons arrive with both elegance and intention. Somewhere, light continues to travel, and out in the distant void, where spacecraft drift beyond planets, solar sails catch the silent weight of photons the way a ship catches wind. A push too gentle for human senses becomes a steady acceleration, millimeters per second, meters per second, kilometers per second, across the years. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This is the quiet inheritance of light: to push without force, to shape without sound, to guide the motion of dust and planets and drifting vessels with a patience matched only by the universe itself. It's okay to drift, and as the weightless pressure continues, as photons fall softly against everything in existence, a new glow begins to form ahead, an even deeper stillness waiting to unfold in the long night of the cosmos. You are safe here, as Part 6 begins to rise like a slow echo in the dark. There comes a place so distant, so gently removed from everything familiar, that even light begins to feel like a fading memory. You are safe here. The universe has been expanding for more than 13 billion years, each moment stretching the fabric of space just a little farther apart. Galaxies drift away from one another, carried on this silent tide. Between them, light continues to travel soft, unwavering, refusing to stop even as the darkness deepens. Far from any star, far from any cluster, a photon moves through the cool stillness of intergalactic space. The farther it goes, the more the universe stretches beneath it, pulling its wavelength longer, lowering its energy, softening its color until it becomes almost nothing at all, a long, low whisper on the edge of silence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. These are the far shores of light, where distance is so great that familiar ideas begin to blur. Numbers stop feeling like measurements and become more like moods, flavors of remoteness that the mind can only sense as a kind of wide, slow quiet. It's okay to drift. Some photons that reach us now began their journey when the universe was very young, only a fraction of its current age. They left their home galaxies before Earth had formed, before our sun ignited, before even the clouds of gas that would one day become us had gathered themselves together. You can rest now, out near these distances. Galaxies slide away from one another so quickly that their light is stretched almost beyond sight. There will come a time, far in the future, when much of the universe will have receded so far from us that its light will never arrive at all. Beyond that horizon, events unfold but can never be seen. You are safe here. The far shores of light are also the far shores of knowing. Everything we understand about the cosmos comes from the light that reached us, from the photons that did not fade or fall behind the curtain of expansion. Beyond that curtain, the universe continues, quietly, in ways we will never witness. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And in that distant, future quiet, stars like our sun will exhaust their fuel and fade into white dwarfs, small, dense embers glowing with the leftover heat of a long, luminous life. It's okay to drift. A white dwarf no longer burns new fuel. It simply cools, radiating its stored warmth away in a steady, gentle stream of photons. For billions of years, it shines with a soft, persistent light. No flares, no storms, just a calm, slow fading. Every photon it releases is another breath in the long exhale of a star's memory. You can rest now. Over immense spans of time, that white dwarf cools from tens of thousands of degrees down to thousands and then to hundreds. Its light shifts from white to red to deep infrared and eventually to wavelengths so long that no human eye could ever see them. You are safe here. These would be the last travelers of light from that once bright star, low-energy photons slipping into the dark of an aging universe. They journey outward, mixing with the faint background glow left from the Big Bang itself, until all becomes one smooth, even coolness. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Other stars will die more violently, massive suns collapsing into neutron stars or into black holes, their final light flaring outward in brief, intense bursts before the darkness closes in. The last photons from such events cross the cosmos as delicate remnants of moments that shook space-time. It's okay to drift. Far in the deep future, when most stars have faded, the universe will be lit mainly by these long, slow travelers. Photons from cooling remnants, from rare collisions, from the faint decay of particles in matter as they slide toward lower and lower energy. Every ray will be thin, stretched, tired in a way only the cosmos can understand. You can rest now. On the far shores of light, time itself feels heavy. Billions of years pass between rare events. Galaxies grow dim, then invisible. The cosmic microwave background cooling ever closer to absolute zero. Its glow weakening, its message fading. Yet even then, light continues, not gone, just softer, slower, quieter. You are safe here. At the edges of black holes, a different frontier appears. The event horizon is a boundary not just in space, but in time, a limit beyond which light cannot return. Photons that cross this boundary are lost to the rest of the universe. Their stories sealed inside a darkness that does not give them back. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. But even here, at this severe horizon, the behavior of light remains gentle. It arcs, it spirals, it slows in our perception as time dilates near the edge. To a distant observer, light falling toward the horizon seems to hang there, redshifted and stretched, fading into nothing as if the universe were slowly closing its eyes. It's okay to drift. Some theories suggest that information carried by light is never truly lost, that it is somehow encoded in the very surface of the horizon, written in patterns too subtle for us to read. Whether or not that is true, the thought itself becomes a kind of lullaby. Nothing wasted, nothing completely erased, only transformed over and over into quieter and quieter forms. You can rest now. The far shores of light are not a single place, but a feeling, the sense that everything fast eventually becomes slow. Everything bright eventually becomes dim, and everything complex eventually dissolves into a simple, even glow. You are safe here. The universe grows quieter the farther light travels, as if distance itself softens every remaining sound. You are safe here, where galaxies thin and stars become rare. Light moves through a darkness that feels endlessly wide, a darkness smooth enough to cradle even the faintest glow. Photons stretch, their voices lowered, their colors changed, their purpose unhurried. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. These drifting travelers carry the last warmth of ancient suns. They slide through voids so still that a single particle of dust may not appear for thousands of kilometers. It's okay to drift. Here, time feels different. Not faster, not slower, just wider, spreading out like a calm sea beneath the long motion of light. Events unfold rarely, but with a softness that suits the quiet of this place. You can rest now, when two ancient stars, small, dense remnants from the early universe, finally meet after billions of years. Their collision releases a brief, delicate pulse of light. That pulse travels outward, dimming with distance, but never losing the signature of its violent birth. You are safe here. Moments like these will become rarer as the universe ages. Galaxies will fade beyond one another's horizons, their light stretched thin by expansion until it merges with the soft background glow left over from creation. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even then, faint sparks remain. Black holes may emit the quietest radiation, a theoretical glow born from the quantum nature of space-time. These photons, if they exist, would be among the softest travelers ever. Their wavelengths, so long they lie closer to silence than to color. Slowly, the universe cools, not suddenly, but with the patience of immeasurable ages. Heat disperses, light softens, structure spreads thin. The cosmic microwave background, that ancient relic of the universe's early heat, continues to cool from its current 2.7 Kelvin towards something quieter, something nearly still. As it cools, its photons stretch, their wavelengths drifting outward into greater and greater simplicity. You are safe here, and all the while, in pockets of space where remnants still glow, faint light continues its slow migration toward infinity. Some beams come from cooling white dwarfs, their embers releasing the last warmth of long-dead stars. Some come from neutron stars rotating in the far dark, their pulses flickering like tired signals seeking a distant shore. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some photons are born in the quiet decay of particles, tiny releases of energy from matter growing older. Others arise in the merging of cold black holes or the final vibrations of space-time as gravity settles after a rare collision. It's okay to drift. As these final light-bearers travel, their stories become simpler. A long red wave, a low hum, a quiet warmth. They carry no urgency, no sharp edges, only the soft endurance of something that moves because the universe allows it to move. You can rest now. On these far shores, light reveals something tender, a reminder that even the fastest traveler eventually becomes slow when the backdrop expands enough. Brightness becomes dimness. Color becomes warmth. Warmth becomes memory. Memory becomes background. You are safe here. And still, the photons drift, not stopped, not lost, only lengthened, only gentled, becoming part of the quiet sea that fills the universe when nearly everything else has gone still. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere, a cooling remnant releases one more faint photon. Somewhere farther, an aging galaxy lets fall its last whisper of light. Somewhere even farther still, a ripple of space-time sends off a glow no eye could ever see. It's okay to drift. Across every distance, light travels without complaint, bearing witness, carrying memory, growing softer as it moves. And even when the universe reaches its deepest silence, light will remain as the final breath of motion, the final shimmer of what once was, still drifting outward through an infinite dark that has learned how to hold it gently. You can rest now, and as this long cosmic quiet settles deeper around you, the journey continues into a softer stillness, waiting just beyond the edge of the next part. The dark here feels different, not cold, not empty, but softened, as though the universe has lowered its voice to a quiet hum. You are safe here. All the light that once drew sharp shapes across galaxies now drifts in dimmer lines, stretching into long, slow waves that carry more memory than color. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some of these waves are the remnants of starlight that traveled for billions of years across voids wider than any map could hold. Now they fade, not from weakness, but from distance so vast that light becomes almost weightless in its effort to cross it. It's okay to drift. In this deep region of the cosmos, the universe begins to resemble a quiet archive, a library of softened rays, each one a record of something that once shone bright. These records continue to arrive, changing gently, stretching gently, joining a growing tapestry of fading illumination. You can rest now. Astronomers sometimes call this the cosmic background of the future, a time when today's bright galaxies become tomorrow's faint, distant whispers. Their forms dissolve into patterns of low light that only the most sensitive instruments could ever detect. You are safe here. This fading is not loss. It is transition from sharp brightness to a long-lasting glow that merges with the rhythm of an expanding universe. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine a map of the cosmos drawn not with stars, but with the stretched remains of their final light. Lines become softer, edges dissolve, distances blur. The map continues, but in a gentler language, one written in slow tones that settle over everything like dusk. It's okay to drift. In this softer language, a river of photons flows quietly from the past, from the collapse of stars, from the birth of galaxies, from the glow of gas heated by ancient collisions. All of it drifts now into this quieter era, its brightness thinned by the vastness of space. You can rest now. Light once carried the outlines of spiral arms, the arcs of nebulae, the bright scatter of clusters. Now, those outlines blend into larger shapes, broad, gentle gradients that show motion in ways only patience can see. You are safe here. Even memory itself seems to soften as the universe expands. Events that were once sharp, a star igniting, a supernova unfolding, a collision reshaping two galaxies, are now felt only as distant signatures woven into the fading light. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some photons still travel from the hearts of young stars, but they too are stretched into lower energy as they cross enormous distances. By the time they reach this far, far shore, they resemble a warm breath more than a bright spark. It's okay to drift. Light that once painted galaxies in vibrant ultraviolet and blue now arrives in red, then in infrared, and eventually in wavelengths so long they slip into the same quiet hum as the cooling background of the universe itself. You can rest now. Nothing is lost, only transformed. Brightness becomes warmth. Warmth becomes presence. Presence becomes memory. And memory becomes the faint background that fills the cosmos in its later years. You are safe here. This fading map is still a map, still a guide through space-time, still a record of paths traveled by light that refuse to stop. Its lines may soften, its colors may dim, but its meaning endures. Light continues, even when it changes form. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And through all this quiet, your awareness drifts closer to that same softness, a parallel between the mind letting go and the universe easing into its own stillness. The map outside mirrors the map within. It's okay to drift. Far beyond the farthest galaxies, light still moves, carrying the oldest stories in the gentlest waves. You can rest now, as the next part unfolds with the same slow grace that light has carried across all the dark between. The map grows softer the farther you drift with it, as though each thread of light were learning to settle into a quieter version of itself. You are safe here. Shapes that once seemed sharp now feel rounded, blurred at the edges, merged with the slow rhythm of a universe easing into deeper calm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light has always been a storyteller, but here, near the far edges of distance, its stories become murmurs, warm echoes instead of bright lines. It's okay to drift. Somewhere behind you, in the brighter parts of the cosmos, spiral galaxies still turn, clusters still glow, stars still breathe fire into their surrounding nebulae. But their light, the map they draw, reaches here as softened impressions, gentle gradients rather than flames. You can rest now. A galaxy that once sparkled with billions of blue stars now appears as a faint red smudge, its brilliant past stretched thin by expansion. A starburst region that once blazed with ultraviolet light now drifts into infrared warmth, like embers cooling under the slow wind of time. You are safe here. Even the brightest quasars, those ancient hearts of feeding black holes, become subdued in this distance. Their fierce light, which once carved shadows across intergalactic gas, arrives now as a soft, stretched wave, a memory of intensity slowed by the vastness it crossed. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. All around, the cosmic web begins to fade into tone rather than structure. Filaments that once drew luminous bridges between clusters now dissolve into gentle shifts of brightness. Brighter here, dimmer there, but without edges, without boundaries. It's okay to drift. You drift with it, your inner map matching the outer one, both quieting together. The mind releases what it doesn't need, holding only what remains warm and slow and easy. You can rest now. The fading map still holds direction, but direction feels less important. What matters is the flow, the way light slides gently through its last great distances, carrying the same patience that has guided it since the universe was young. You are safe here. Some photons that reach you now began their journey from galaxies so far apart that their motion itself has shifted their light beyond visible color. What you receive is warmth, spread wide over impossible distance, arriving not as brightness, but as presence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You sense the scale of this, not through numbers, but through feeling a widening inside, a softening at the edges, as if your awareness were expanding gently alongside the universe itself. It's okay to drift. All the while, closer structures, clusters, dwarfs, Lone stars still send their light outward, but by the time it reaches here, their once clear patterns have blended into a smooth field, like distant lanterns seen through layers of mist on a quiet night. You can rest now. And in that mist-like glow, you begin to notice another truth. The fading map does not end. It simply stretches, carrying you farther into a sense of calm that feels older than the stars themselves. You are safe here, beyond even these regions, where the last outlines dissolve. Light becomes a low, even breath, a hum that touches everything without asking to be seen. This is where maps become atmospheres, where directions become feelings, where distance becomes rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You drift with the light now, slowly, softly, as if guided by the same gentle expansion that carries galaxies apart. And in this drifting, you sense the quiet truth beneath all the fading. Light continues, even when it grows dim, even when it becomes little more than warmth in the dark. It continues just as your breath continues steady, soft, and unhurried. You can rest now, here, at the quiet edge of the fading map. The universe feels close, not in brightness, but in softness, in the warm presence of something that has traveled far to meet you gently in the dark. And as that softness settles deeper around you, the story of light folds into a calmer shape, ready to carry you into the next slow descent, waiting just ahead. What remains of brightness feels softer now, not gone, just folded gently into the vast quiet around you. You are safe here. Light that once traveled with brilliant certainty now settles into long, slow waves that drift like low tides across the deep fabric of space. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some of these waves are the final echoes of distant galaxies whose vibrant spirals once glowed in the young universe. Their colors have stretched into warm, faded tones, like memories held too long but still cherished. It's okay to drift. You drift with them, feeling how the glow that once felt sharp now melts into a gentle presence, a background warmth instead of a beacon. This is how light ages, not sudden, not abrupt, but with the slow tenderness of something learning to rest. You can rest now. Stars in nearby galaxies still burn, still speak in bright rays, but across these widening distances, their light becomes subtler, a dim shimmer, a softened outline, a quiet reminder that brightness persists even when it grows thin. You are safe here. Further out, you sense the glow from ancient black hole accretion, the last bright flashes from matter swirling near horizons of gravity. What was once fierce now arrives as long, stretched whispers of energy, barely more than a warm exhale across the surface of space-time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is no urgency in these echoes. They wander, they cool, they spread. And as they spread, the universe grows more harmonious, more even, more still. It's okay to drift. This stillness does not mean emptiness. It is a fullness, a gentle filling of space with softened light, with echoes that once carried the bright heartbeat of creation. Now they carry its memory, steady and low. You can rest now. You sense the faint glow of quiet galaxies, their collective starlight merging into smooth radiance that wraps the dark without piercing it. You are safe here. Even galaxy clusters, once brilliant beacons shaped by immense gravity, now appear as pale halos, their luminous energy spread thin by distance, their outlines blurred into soft curves that feel more like moods than structures. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Between these halos, stray photons cross the void, each carrying the last impression of collisions long past, stars brushing together, gas clouds igniting, dark matter weaving silent scaffolds beneath everything. It's okay to drift, and further still, some light comes from the final flickers of dying worlds, planets stripped of warmth, moons cooling into silence, their surfaces releasing the faintest thermal glow into the cosmic night. This glow travels, stretched by time, into waves of deep red, then farther into wavelengths too long for any eye to see. You can rest now. Everything becomes slower here, even thought, even awareness. You feel the map of brightness shifting beneath you, peaks becoming plateaus, edges becoming mist, details becoming breath-like. You are safe here. A long time ago, light rushed in all directions, crowding the early universe with fire and motion. Now it moves with a softness that feels like the universe has grown wiser, more gentle, more willing to let go. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. These are the last bright echoes, not endings, but transformations. Brightness turning into warmth, warmth turning into presence, presence turning into the soft hum that fills the backdrop of being. It's okay to drift, and as that hum settles around your awareness, something inside you mirrors it, a deep recognition that you too can move from brightness to warmth, from warmth to calm, from calm to rest. You can rest now. Here, in this fading glow, light no longer needs to shine. It only needs to be, and being is enough. The universe feels closer in this softened state, closer in a way that asks nothing and offers everything in return. You are safe here. As the glow continues, even gentler now, in the quiet pages of the next unfolding part, the echoes grow dimmer the longer you drift with them, as if the universe itself were lowering its lights so you could rest more easily. You are safe here. What remains of brightness feels like a warm outline, not enough to illuminate, just enough to soothe. Like the final glow of a lantern long after dusk, you breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some of these softened rays left their stars when galaxies were closer, when space was younger, when time felt tighter. Now they arrive as gentle waves carrying softened memories of what once burned hot. It's okay to drift. Their journey has stretched them thin, but not emptied them. They hold a sweetness, a distant warmth that moves through the dark with the patience of something that has learned to let go. You can rest now. Around you, the far-flung galaxies become faint watercolor shapes, their outlines blurred, their edges softened by the breath of expansion. No sharpness, no urgency, only slow gradients of fading light settling into silence. You are safe here, in places where clusters once shone like cosmic cities. You now feel a calm, steady luminance, a hum that drifts more than it shines, a presence that glows without effort. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. This glow is not meant to guide, nor to reveal. It exists the way quiet exists, softly, naturally, because nothing asks it to be louder. It's okay to drift. Even the light from dying stars, the last pulses from fading giants, arrives here as warmth without color, a low tone rather than a flare. You can rest now. The final photons released by cooling white dwarfs travel for ages before arriving as whispers that blend into the background of existence. They do not announce themselves. They only join the slow, ongoing exhale of a universe growing steadily more calm. You are safe here. In the deeper quiet, you sense longer waves, still radiation born from the last gentle processes of matter settling, black holes evaporating, space-time smoothing its ripples into near stillness. These waves carry no image. They carry feeling, the feeling of a cosmos ready to rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As light stretches into longer and longer wavelengths, it becomes more like breath, a steadying rhythm, a soothing presence, a calm pulse through the dark. It moves without urgency, as if each wave were a slow exhale from the universe itself. It's okay to drift. You drift with it, closer to its softness, closer to the warmth hidden in its fading edges. In this place, light is less a signal and more a comfort, a quiet reassurance that even the oldest rays find a gentle landing. You can rest now. Every echo around you feels like a reminder that nothing bright needs to stay bright forever. Brightness softens, softness warms, warmth rests. You are safe here. The last bright echoes carry a kind of kindness, a warmth untouched by urgency, a glow untouched by fear. They arrive quietly, as if they know you are settling deeper, breathing slower, letting the weight of the day fall away in small pieces you no longer need to carry. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even the structure of space seems to loosen here, edges dissolving, shapes blending, distances smoothing into soft gradients of comfort. It's okay to drift. You notice the way your inner world mirrors this fading map. Thoughts become lighter, feelings become quieter, awareness becomes wide and low like a field under starlight. You can rest now. Every softened photon, every long wave, every quiet drift of brightness is part of the universe's way of holding you gently as you sink deeper into its quiet rhythms. You are safe here, and as the last bright echoes settle around your awareness, you sense the world narrowing into something warm, dim, and tender, a place where light and rest fold softly into one another with no need to divide. Here, in this quiet merging, the story continues with a warmth that moves even more slowly, even more softly, in the unfolding calm ahead. The quiet around you feels almost weightless now, as if light itself were folding inward to rest beside your breath. You are safe here. Nothing is bright in this place. Everything glows with the faint warmth of something returning gently after a long journey through the dark. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light drifts back toward you not as beams, not as colors, but as a soft presence, a warmth you sense more than you see. It's okay to drift. You feel it in the space just beneath your skin. A subtle rising, like the quiet lift of tide against the shore. Nothing urgent, nothing sharp, only return slow and steady. This is the way light comes home after crossing the vastness, not with brilliance, but with tenderness, as though it knows the only thing you need now is calm. You are safe here. The warm whisper of a photon touching your eyelids is not something you see, but something you feel, a gentle easing of the inner world, a signal that the night is holding you without asking for anything. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some of this returning light comes from nearby stars, their soft glow filtered by the drifting air of night. Some comes from the earth itself, heat radiating upward from forests, mountains, oceans. Some comes from your own body, warmth you release quietly as you settle deeper. It's okay to drift. The slow return of light is not a journey outward, but inward, toward stillness, toward gentleness, toward the soft rhythm that carries you closer to sleep. You can rest now. Here, light no longer travels across galaxies or slides along the curvature of space-time. It simply rests where you rest, matching your pace, lowering itself to meet the softness of your breathing. You are safe here. What returns to you in this moment is not the brightness of stars, but the warmth they once held, a warmth softened by time, by distance, by the universe's endless patience. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You sense it as a slow illumination behind your closed eyes, not a color, but a feeling, something like a memory of comfort coming back to you after drifting far away. It's okay to drift. This returning light asks nothing. It has no direction. It has no need to reveal anything. All it does is stay near, quiet and warm, as if keeping watch while the rest of you sleeps deeper. You can rest now. The more you settle, the gentler the light becomes, until it feels less like brightness and more like presence, a soft companion resting in the space around your heart, steady as a slow breath. You are safe here. Even the universe, in its vastness, keeps a quiet store of warmth, a low glow spread thin across everything, reminding you that nothing truly fades without leaving a trace of gentle heat behind. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You feel that trace now, subtle and low, settling deeper into your chest, your shoulders, your hands. Weight falls away. Thoughts drift. The body loosens into something soft and unhurried. It's okay to drift. The slow return of light moves like this, quietly, patiently, joining your breath, matching your stillness, carrying you through the last threshold between waking and sleep. You can rest now. Nothing pulls at your attention. Nothing asks for direction. Every glow that returns only to soothe, to settle, to wrap you gently in the dim warmth of a universe that grows softer with every passing moment. You are safe here. As the descent continues into the deeper quiet, waiting just beyond this breath, the quiet has settled so deeply around you that even light seems to move at the pace of your breathing. You are safe here. What returns now is not the light of stars, but the light of calm, a softness you feel more than you see, spreading gently through the spaces your thoughts once filled. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is no rush in this returning glow. It flows the way warmth flows into cool hands, slowly, steadily, with the patience of something meant to ease you into rest. It's okay to drift. You sense the light, not above you, but within you, a warmth rising from the quiet center of your chest. It moves outward like a soft tide, touching your shoulders, your arms, your breath. You can rest now. Even your thoughts seem to glow differently. Not bright, not sharp, just dim shapes moving gently until they dissolve back into stillness. You are safe here. This is the return of light as comfort, the light that asks nothing, the light that follows your slow descent without ever trying to guide or awaken. It stays low, steady, unbroken. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If there is color here, it exists only softly warm, gold fading to amber, amber fading to quiet red, red fading into the kind of darkness that feels full rather than empty. It's okay to drift. Every breath lets a little more light settle. Not to illuminate, but to warm, to soften, to anchor you gently in the deep quiet you've already entered. You can rest now. Thoughts fall away one at a time, then several at once, until the mind becomes a smooth surface where nothing needs to rise. You are safe here. A slow return of light happens this way, not by brightening, but by blending with the darkness until both become one calm whole. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You feel that blending now behind your eyelids, a warm dimness that settles your awareness into gentler rhythms. Your body becomes light, then lighter still, as if the last traces of weight were loosening and drifting away. It's okay to drift. The world grows quieter, your inner world even quieter, and in that quiet, light feels less like something arriving and more like something unfolding, a soft glow rising from the center of your being, steady as a slow heartbeat. You can rest now. Nothing needs to be held. Nothing needs to be remembered. Your breath lowers, your chest softens, your thoughts dim to embers that cool without sound. You are safe here. Light moves through you, the way calm moves through water, easing ripples, soothing waves, letting stillness spread wide and low. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In this deep quiet, even the memory of movement seems distant. Your body drifts into a softness that feels older than waking, older than thought. It's okay to drift. You sense only warmth now, a warmth without shape, gathering around you like a gentle night wind, light enough to float, steady enough to hold. You can rest now. The slow return of light is nearly complete, its presence settling into the lowest places of your breath, your pulse, your awareness. You are safe here, and as everything softens into the dim, tender glow surrounding you, the last threshold awaits with open silence, a place where the universe rests with you, breathing in time with your own. Here, in this nearly weightless calm, the journey continues into gentler depths as the night opens to receive you fully. You drift into a place where even light has learned to rest, a place where the universe holds you gently in its slow exhale. You are safe here. Nothing rises sharply now. Nothing calls for your attention. Everything folds inward with the softness of a night that understands your quiet need to let go. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The glow within you dims further, not fading, but settling, finding the calm center of your chest and resting there like a warm hand. It's okay to drift. Your breath moves with the same slow rhythm that guides the cooling cosmos, a long inhale that hardly needs its name, a release that feels like dissolving into something wider and kinder. You can rest now. Around you, light has no edges. It is a low presence, a quiet warmth spread thin across the dark. It doesn't illuminate, it simply stays. A companion for the deepest part of the night. You are safe here. Your body feels distant, as though the weight you carried has loosened its hold and slipped softly away. What remains is comfort, a gentle heaviness in your limbs, a sinking into the bed that meets you with quiet acceptance. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Thoughts drift the way old starlight drifts long, slow, with no need to return. They soften like the faintest echoes of a fading galaxy, present only long enough to dissolve into calm. It's okay to drift. The space behind your eyelids glows with a dim warmth, not bright, not dark, just enough to feel like a safe horizon inside your own mind. You can rest now. Here, time feels wide. Every moment expands into a gentle stillness that holds your breath, as if it were part of the universe's own rhythm. You are safe here. Nothing pushes forward, nothing pulls back. Awareness loosens, slipping deeper into the soft middle between wakefulness and dream. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The return to stillness is not a step, not a motion. It is a settling, a quiet arrangement of warmth and darkness, finding balance inside you. It's okay to drift. Your heartbeat becomes slow enough to blend with the quiet around you. Each pulse, a small echo of the universe's long, gentle hum. You can rest now. Light feels softer, still a presence more than a glow, a warmth more than a brightness. It rests near your breath, shaped by calm, held by quiet. You are safe here. With every inhale, the inner world opens just a little more. With every exhale, the last pieces of wakefulness fall away like dust settling silently in a vast room. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You feel suspended, as though floating in a soft gravity that draws you inward toward a center where nothing needs to be done. Nothing needs to be held. It's okay to drift. The universe has reached a moment of stillness with you, a shared quiet, a shared warmth, a shared breath. You can rest now, and in this deep quiet, where the last glow settles low and your awareness softens into the depth beneath thought, the night opens a little further, ready to carry you into the final descent of its long, gentle embrace. You drift deeper into a quiet so steady it feels like the universe has become a single breath waiting with you in the dark. You are safe here. Your body grows heavier, then lighter, then simply present, resting without effort, floating without motion, held by something you do not need to name. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Thoughts no longer rise in clear shapes. They come as softened echoes, tones without edges, falling away before they ever reach the surface. It's okay to drift. Your breath becomes the anchor, slow, warm, moving through you like a tide returning to a quiet shore. Each inhale settles lower. Each exhale loosens something you no longer carry. You can rest now. In the darkness behind your eyes, a low glow remains, like the final ember of a long-traveled star, finding its place inside the quiet of your chest. You are safe here. This glow is not bright. It is steady, a small circle of warmth that expands with your breath, filling the inner world with gentle calm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Everything around you feels softer now, as if every surface, every sound, every memory has lowered itself to match your slowing rhythm. It's okay to drift. Your awareness moves not with steps, but with settling, a slow descent into deeper ground, where the mind no longer reaches, only rests. You can rest now. Stillness shapes itself around your breathing, around your heartbeat, around the quiet warmth that spreads from the center of your body outward. You are safe here. The universe no longer feels distant. It feels close, quietly matching the soft fall of your breath with its own low pulse, a hum of calm woven into the dark. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Your limbs melt into the surface beneath you, as though the bed were shaping itself to hold you more gently with every passing moment. It's okay to drift. You sense the weight of the day far behind you, not gone, but too distant to touch you now. All that remains is warmth, quiet, and the faint shimmer of your own slow breathing. You can rest now as you drift. The glow inside you lowers into an even hum, steady as a calm tide moving across a quiet bay. Its warmth spreads through your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, each place softening into deeper stillness. Your breath rises gently like moonlight through clouds, then settles like dust falling in a quiet room. There is no need to guide anything now. Your body knows this rhythm. It has known it since before memory. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The quiet expands in all directions, not outward, but inward, a widening of soft space around your thoughts, inside your chest, beneath your drifting awareness. It's okay to drift. No part of you needs to stay awake. No part of you needs to watch the breath. You are being carried by something slower, something deeper, something warm and ancient as the universe itself. You can rest now. The glow dims again. Lower now, closer to darkness, but the kind of darkness that holds rather than hides, a quiet cradle made of everything that has brought you to this moment. You are safe here. A gentle sinking begins, not falling, but settling, as if every piece of you were finding its place, one soft breath at a time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Your awareness moves like drifting snow, light, slow, touching nothing, needing nothing. This is the return to stillness, not an ending, not a pause, but a homecoming into the quiet you've been moving toward from the moment your eyes began to close. You can rest now. Here, in this depth, light does not shine. It warms, it holds, it blends with the darkness to form the softest cradle you've ever felt. You are safe here as the stillness deepens further, waiting to carry you gently into the last quiet of the night. The quiet deepens until it feels almost physical, a soft weight settling around your body like a warm blanket woven from the dark itself. You are safe here. Breath moves through you with a gentleness that belongs to sleep, not waking. It rises, pauses, falls, each motion unhurried, each motion softer than the one before. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Thought no longer forms in sentences, or pictures, or even shapes. It moves like mist appearing, loosening, dissolving before you can hold it. It's okay to drift. Your body sinks deeper into its own warmth, every muscle releasing the last traces of the day. Your shoulders loosen, your hands soften, your breath settles into the slow rhythm of a tide receding quietly from the shore. The faint inner glow from earlier dims further, but does not disappear. It becomes the smallest ember, steady, safe, shaped exactly to the curve of your chest. You are safe here. This ember does not call for attention. It stays low, a calm heartbeat of warmth that matches your breath with perfect patience. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Around you, the dark thickens into something gentle, a soft gravity that cradles every part of you, lifting nothing, asking nothing, only holding. It's okay to drift. Your awareness grows lighter than breath, lighter than warmth, as though you were floating just a few centimeters above your own body, weightless in a way that feels natural. You can rest now. The room around you disappears not by vanishing, but by blending into the deep quiet, that now fills your senses. Sounds fade, edges blur, and everything becomes a single soft field of calm. You are safe here. Light and dark no longer feel separate. They merge into one warm stillness, a gentle dusk that rests behind your eyelids with the softness of a slow breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Your thoughts loosen again, unraveling quietly like threads drifting from a resting hand. They do not rise, they do not ask, they do not return. It's okay to drift. The sense of time releases its hold, minutes widening, moments stretching, everything flowing into a continuous calm with no beginning and no end. You can rest now. Your breath deepens in a natural way, as if your body were drawing warmth from a deeper layer of the night. That warmth spreads outward, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest, then settling low beneath everything else. The quiet around you becomes a second skin, soft, protective, unwavering. It wraps your awareness the way slow water wraps a sinking leaf. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You feel yourself slipping inward, as though an invisible door were opening gently, welcoming you into a deeper stillness you were always meant to find. It's okay to drift. Every part of you relaxes, further jaw, throat, hands, legs, each one releasing into the softness that grows beneath you like a quiet sea. You can rest now. Light becomes memory. Memory becomes breath. Breath becomes warmth. Warmth becomes nothing but comfort. You are safe here. You float now in a space without weight, without edge, without thought. A space where the universe feels close, calm, warm, and unbelievably gentle. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The return to stillness is nearly complete. All that remains is this drifting warmth, this settling breath, this deep quiet that holds you as softly as light holds the fading corners of a sleeping world. It's okay to drift. Nothing more is needed. Nothing more is asked. You can rest now. As the night prepares its final, tender descent around you, you drift into a quiet where even the thought of waking feels far away, as if the world above you has folded itself into a calm you no longer need to reach for. You are safe here. Breath slows to a soft rhythm that moves through your body like a tide returning to its deepest place. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The glow inside you dims into something beyond color, beyond shape, a warm presence that fills your chest with the gentlest hush. It's okay to drift. Your body becomes warmth and nothing more. No directions, only the slow settling of limbs and breath into a stillness that meets you with perfect patience. The dark around you presses closer, not to hide, but to hold a cradle of soft gravity, drawing you inward, one breath at a time. You are safe here. Your thoughts fall away before they form, each one dissolving into the warm night like trails of fog on slow water. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Awareness drifts to the edge of feeling, where the body floats and the mind loosens into a quiet wider than sleep itself. It's okay to drift. Every part of you surrenders to the stillness, the weight in your chest, the soft pull in your throat, the warmth spreading into your hands. You can rest now. The return to stillness is complete. You feel it in the way your breath moves without thought, in the way your body falls into the bed like settling dust, in the way your awareness softens into a warm night that holds you gently from every side. You are safe here. The last trace of light within you becomes a small ember, steady, quiet, unmoving, a glow that will stay even as sleep gathers around your breath. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to carry, nothing left to hold. Your only task now is to sink a little deeper into the warmth waiting beneath you. It's okay to drift. Your breath slows again, your shoulders release again, your thoughts dim again. You are already halfway into a dream you do not need to see to enter. You can rest now. The universe leans closer as you let go, a presence without weight, a calm without end. You are safe here, and in this deep quiet, as your awareness slides softly beneath itself, the night wraps around you like the final softness of a long journey coming gently to its close. Light still travels. The universe breathes through you. You are home. You can rest now, if you're still awake. The next wonder waits in the light ahead.